Okay, now we are going to learn how to deal with maps in IELTS listening. Those who are afraid of maps, those who are confused about maps, this is a great opportunity for you. There are two important types of language or languages that you need to learn for maps. Number one, language of directions. Go straight ahead, take first right turn, take second right, right? So this is the language of direction. Second, preposition of location. Preposition of location like in front of, behind, next to, adjacent to, across the road. Across the road means the other side of the road. Across the road, across the bank, in front of the library, behind the library, next to the library, close to the library. Then go past the library. Go past the library means cross the library. Go past the stairs means cross the stairs. Go past. P-A-S-T. So whenever you do maps in IELTS listening part 2, you may come across maps. So whenever you do maps, you need to make a list of these phrases, language for directions and prepositions. Okay, now when they give you half minute to look at questions 11 to 16, my advice is do not read the questions because questions are nothing but only the names of places. 11, cafe. 12, toilets. 13, formal gardens. Do you understand anything? No. So you need to spend half minute observing the map, number one. Number two, what is given in the map. And if they give you directions like east, west, north, south, you need to write it down on the map. For example, you guys have this map and can you see on the right corner, right top, they've written north, south, west, east. So on the left side, I want you to write capital W. So that when they say it's on the west side, then you immediately reach there. On top of the map, I want you to write capital N. Capital N means north, not nose, north. Yeah. On the right side, write capital E. Capital E means east. And at the bottom, you should write S. South. Now, can you see there are two gates? So they are going to take you in from either gate. It can be south gate or north gate. Then can you see lake? Old museum? If they say it's next to the old museum, answer is D. If they say from south gate when you enter, right after that turn left and then go along to that path and then again turn left, answer will be A, absolutely. And if they say anything about glass houses and if they say it's hidden in the trees in front of glass houses, option H, because H is hidden in the trees, right? And if they say from south gate, go straight ahead until you reach the bend. That is bend. Option E will be there, okay? And if they say, well, it's on the east side of adventure playground, what will be the answer? C. If they say it's on the west side of adventure playground, answer is B. So east, west, bend, this and that, these things will help you. So you can observe the map and when they say, now listen to the audio and answer questions 11, this finger will go on question number 11, cafe. And this hand is going to move with the audio. If they say, if you enter from the south gate, pencil will enter from the south gate. Immediately turn left, and go along to that path, anything like that, just reach there. Sometimes they will take you like this. Sometimes if they say, in order to reach the cafe, you need to go to the lake, which is almost in the middle. So you reach the lake immediately. Okay. Now let's see. Question number 11.
As chair of the Town Council Subcommittee on Park Facilities, I'd like to bring you up to date on some of the changes that have been made recently to the Croft Valley Park. So if you could just take a look at the map I handed out, let's begin with a general overview. So, the basic arrangement of the park hasn't changed. It still has 2 gates, north and south, and a lake in the middle. The cafe continues to serve an assortment of drinks and snacks and is still in the same place, looking out over the lake and next to the old museum.
Looking out over the lake and next to the old museum. Only one option, that is option D. Looking out over the lake means you can see the lake from there and next to old museum. So there is only one option, answer D. Very good. And by the way, one option will be used once only. Okay, now it is not possible that cafe is also toilet. Okay, so it's different. Question number 12, toilets, very important. Let's see, where are they?
We're hoping to change the location of the toilets and bring them nearer to the centre of the park, as they're a bit out of the way at present, near the adventure playground, in the corner of your map.
Near the adventure playground in the corner of your map. Now, what are the words? Near, in the corner. So these words will always help you. Near the adventure playground, you jump to adventure playground. In the corner of your map, that is option C. Understand? So for maps, they always use this type of language, and after solving 4 or 5 questions, you will be comfortable because they always repeat the same language. Okay? Let's go on. Question number 13, formal gardens. Let's see where they are.
The formal gardens have been replanted and should be at their best in a month or 2. They used to be behind the old museum, but we've now used the space near the south gate, between the park boundary and the path that goes past the lake towards the old museum.
G, between the path and the boundary. Now this square is the boundary of it, okay? So path is going on and then there is G. Please listen to this one again.
The formal gardens have been replanted and should be at their best in a month or 2. They used to be
They used to be. Now it is not where they are. They used to be behind the old museum. But now we have no location there. Sometimes they may write behind old museum, they may write A, B, C, D, anything to confuse you. So you should be careful, they used to be. Whenever there is a map, maps are of present time in IELTS listening part 2. So whenever they give you a map, you need to focus the present tense, not the past tense.
behind the old museum, but we've now used the space near the south gate.
Now use the space near the south gate. Now there are 2 answers, one is G and one is H, right? So,
And the path that is near the south gate, between the park boundary and the path that goes past the lake.
okay, between the park boundary and the path that goes past the lake. Goes past the lake means along with the lake. So there is only one path that is going past the lake and between the park boundary, and option G is the right answer. Park boundary and the path that goes past the lake. Past the lake means kareeb se guzarna, pass se guzarna. Like that, okay? Alright, so for 13, answer is G. Question number 14.
We have a new outdoor
Okay, let's see what is the answer. Question number 14.
houses just to the right of the path from the south gate. You have to look for it as it's a bit
Just a second. I play this one again from the beginning.
Okay, Jack. We have a new outdoor gym for adults and children, which is already proving very popular. It's by the glass houses, just to the right of the path from the south gate. You have to look for it as it's a bit hidden in the trees.
H. Otherwise, it could be F. I mean F as well. So they always give 2 options and they see whether you understand. She said it's a bit hidden in the trees. Glass houses they used. When they said glass houses, you came to glass houses and then you realized answer can be either F or H. But when she said as it's a bit hidden in the trees, so it's understood option H is the right answer. Question number 15, skateboard ramp.
One very successful introduction has been our skateboard ramp. It's in constant use during the evenings and holidays. It's near the old museum, at the end of a little path that leads off from the main path between the lake and the museum.
All right, a little path between the lake and the museum, right? And then she said old museum. So option A. See, if your pencil is moving along with the audio, you will always find the answer.
One very successful introduction has been our skateboard ramp. It's in constant use during the evenings and holidays. It's near the old museum, at the end of a little path.
Okay, near the old museum, near. End of little path, and you understand that.
That leads off from the main path.
That leads off. Now you need to understand this language. Why am I playing it again? To focus the language. That leads off from the main path, right?
The museum, at the end of a little path that leads off from the main path between the lake and the museum.
Between the lake and the museum, there is a path, and that's leading off. Question number 16, wild flowers. If you want to pluck some flowers for someone, so they have some wild flowers.
We've also introduced a new area for wild flowers to attract bees and butterflies. It's on a bend in the path that goes round the east side of the lake,
Okay.
just south of the adventure.
All right, east side of the lake, bend, and then south of Adventure Park. South of Adventure Park, east side of the lake, and bend is important. Bend is actually more. So E is the right answer. Is this clear? And again, I'm telling you, they're going to repeat such type of words in maps. In maps, they only check your ability that you're going to live in an English-speaking country. So if you are lost sometimes and someone gives you directions, you should be able to understand. Otherwise, that Angrez will say, come, I take you there. Okay? So it's just for that.